I am Chloe Burdett, Assistant Director of Athletic Media Relations at UVA Wise, and today I am speaking to head women's volleyball coach Kristen Salyer. Hey, Coach, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm very good.
Good.
So I have a few questions for you. So, Coach, unlike last season, you'll be having a somewhat normal start to your campaign this year in the fall. How are you and the team preparing for this season? Are you getting back to a hopefully post-COVID atmosphere? What are your thoughts on that?
That's what we're hoping for. I think that's what we're all hoping for at this time. But we just show up every day, and if things change, things change. But as of right now, it's looking pretty normal. It's looking that most places are allowing fans, and I think the team's pretty excited about that. Having their parents and families be able to come and watch them again in person. So yeah, we're excited and hopeful, but just kind of taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, for sure. And I was looking at your roster. It looks like you only have 2 seniors for the season, Madeline Gibson and Kelsey Green. How beneficial have they been in preparing the team for a normal season in the off season, especially right after this weird COVID year that we just had?
Yeah. Weirdly for us, we didn't have too much of an off season because our actual season was during our off season. So it was a little bit of a different year for us, but I think all of them kind of, not even just the 2 of them, but all of our returners, because I think there's only 6 returners in general, and we have 9 freshmen, and we knew that coming into this year. So we spent a lot of time kind of talking about how important their leadership would be as we were bringing this many new people in. And I think they've all done a phenomenal job. Like over the summer, they were reaching out and trying to go ahead and build those relationships with the incoming kids. And I think you can kind of see that. We seem to be meshing really well as a group right now.
Awesome. And on that same topic, it looks like you actually have 9 freshmen on the team this fall, which is a pretty big number. That accounts for over half of your team. So how excited are you for them to start their, college volleyball career, and what do you expect out of those newcomers this season?
Yeah, and honestly, even Riley and Cassie, they're sophomores, but with all the COVID rules, they're technically freshmen, which really puts us at 11. And they didn't get to have like a typical preseason last year either. So all of this is kind of new for them, but I feel like if you walked into our gym right now, you really wouldn't be able to tell that we were that young. It's loud, it's competitive, and I think they're all just really excited and eager to be here and just trying to figure out, what's going to work for us, who's going to be where, and just fighting for their position on the floor. But right now it's been great. So.
That's awesome. Yeah. And you guys face King University as your season opener this year. And looking back on some of their records, King has been known to be a pretty solid squad. They're a pretty good group of players with a record of 17-2 in their 2020 campaign. So how are you kind of preparing your team for that matchup?
Yeah, King has been historically good. Even when we go back all the way to the NAIA days. We actually were in the same conference in the NAIA whenever I was a player here. So that's kind of always been a big rival, if for no one else, for me, because that's how it was back then. But they've always been a strong team. So for us, I think it's more just we're not necessarily preparing to play them, but we're just preparing for us to be the best that we can. I think it'll be a great opener for us. We have a lot of kids from in the Tri-Cities area or from about an hour away. And then King also has several kids in that area. So they all know each other. And, I think that will bring a little bit of a competitive edge too. Everyone's excited to get to open up against each other. So I'll be eager to kind of see how we do on the court.
Awesome. Well, that's actually all I have for you today. Thanks so much for speaking with me today, Coach. Once again, UVA Wise Volleyball opens up their season with a matchup against King University on September 3rd at the David J. Pryor Convocation Center, with the first serve slated at 7 p.m. So thanks so much, Coach.
Thank you.